Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Mentos Plays Infinity Wars. I'm not sure how well this game really goes for videos, honestly. I know card games can sometimes be kind of iffy when it comes to watching them, but I did recently make a new deck, which is a combination of the zombie faction as well as the Cult of Veror that I had been using. So we are going to real quick host a match, and we are going to try to show off these zombie mechanics. So let us jump in here real quick. Hopefully this doesn't take too long for someone to join. We'll wait until then while it does. There we go, that was quick. You know, there's not a huge community for this game yet, but it does seem to... games seem to go and fill up pretty quick. Nothing we can do on turn 1 here. Now, he seems to be a Flame Dawn / Warpath deck, which is a combo that I'm not entirely familiar with. How do we want to play this? So this is one of our zombies. If he's in the graveyard for 3 turns, he returns to play, and you only lose 1 morale for him dying instead of 2, which is of course pretty useful. But we also have this Wealthy Noble who's going to give us an extra resource when he is on the battlefield. So I think we want to play that up there. We'll take another hit of damage. He's going to get an extra resource from the way of this sprite up here. I'm starting to learn the cards for the different decks better. So we got 4 now. Let us use this to kill his aspirant. We are going to play him to the offensive zone. And he's... oh, I should have played him to defense. That's not good. He's going to do a big amount of damage there to me. So, now we have 5. We are going to... we have no characters dead yet, so I can't show off that mechanic quite yet. Let's play Infectious Zombie and Endless Horde. We're going to move him to the defense zone. One of the many. Caretaker of the Young. Those things need to die quick, because they can be a royal pain. That's not going to do any damage to me. This turn we can... but this over here, maybe. Or not that. That one can go over here. This one can go up here. We are going to... you know what? I really want to get rid of... because see, the hard part is that we need to decide if it's worth getting rid of his Caretakers of the Young early. And I think it is. So let's assassinate this one first, since it's in play. We are going to lose 2 resources from that, unfortunately. Ooh. That didn't work out as well as it could have. And that's going to put him back in my hand. So unfortunately we're going to take some big damage this turn. Another 10. This isn't going too well so far. But now we can show off our Elite Out Immortal Sufferer's ability. We can bring this zombie back to life as a 2/2 zombie. We can play another Risen of Avarak if we want to. The question is it the best decision? I think our best decision is actually to play Alita here down. She's going to be able to tank the damage and kill pretty much everything that comes her way. So hopefully he's not going to get much more strong out there. Okay, well, we're definitely going to be able to do some good things this turn. Not the best things, but we're going to get rid of that Flame Ram. We're going to get rid of that Aspirant. Okay, so now let's see. What do we want to do here? We could play... you know what? I really worry about this Caretaker of the Young getting out of control, so let's assassinate that. It is going to set us back in resources a bit, but I think it is worth it. We can play a Risen of Avarak down here to help block. And do we have any other characters who have been destroyed? Yes, the Endless Horde, so we can bring them back as a 2/2 zombie. And end our turn. So this isn't going to go all that well for us, but we did get rid of his Caretakers of the Young, which is big. Don't get me wrong. Unfortunately, he's still going to be able to do another 9 damage. This is the first time I've been up against a red / a red slash green deck like this. Unfortunately, my assassinates have kind of hampered me. We are going to destroy that, play our wealthy noble for extra resources. He summoned a Killaroo. I think he wins on this turn, honestly. This was not a good example of this deck. Oh! But things just changed drastically with that, so that was big. Oh, his Vile Ransacker is what's killing my guys in the defense zone there. And in the support zone there. So we can activate Alita to bring back one of these guys. We really can't block anything this turn. Let us Assassin and Death Ray that. Play out Arisen of Avarok to help us out next turn. He just keeps playing more. This is bad. So he's going to do 10, 12 damage. We're almost dead by the end of this. We're at 1 HP. So what we really need is a big turnaround here. We're going to play this down here. We're going to play this down here. We're going to activate this to bring back our Wealthy Noble. We are going to Fireball, the one with 2 health. We are going to... You might as well play Candidate if we survive this turn, which I don't think we will. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's impossible for us to survive this turn. And that could be helpful for us. But yeah, I'm pretty confident the game is over on this turn. He's got more than enough to attack me. Yep. If I got in this World Fire earlier, things would be different, but... Unfortunately, getting it now doesn't save me. And that's game for us. So that wasn't the best example of this deck. We kind of got a situation that I was both not entirely ready for, and we didn't get the best cards to handle that situation. So we are going to jump into another game here and see if we can show off a little bit better here. Oh, EmptyApartment of twitch.tv/EmptyApartment Gaming has challenged me to a match. This should be interesting. He plays a red deck that I really have some trouble going at. We might have gotten a little bit of a glitch here. The chat button still works. I think the problem here is that we were creating a game and then we hit the join one. Let's cancel that and let's re-invite Empty here. That should work now. This is still in beta, so there are kind of weird little quirks like that. Let's see now. Okay, I have a decent starting hand actually for dealing with this deck. He has actually upgraded now. He's got a Secluded Constructor, so he's splashed in a little bit of Genesis cards into his deck. So let's see what can win. Zombies and Varor versus Flame Dawn and Genesis. So we could... We're going to play this out to block first things first. A couple more energy and things are really going to start to come together for us. The starting hand, the only thing that I would get rid of from the starting hand is this Death Worshipper here. I thought I had taken those out of the deck, honestly. They don't serve much purpose with how I run the deck. But we will be able to take advantage of that a bit. So he did figure out what I was going to do, or he just played that naturally. But now we are going to... So we got 3 resources exactly. We want to... our best choice is going to be to tank some damage here, then play that. I'm not going to use Alita because this guy comes back from the grave naturally. So if we were to target him, it would actually destroy his natural ability. But this will get rid of at least one of his cards. He did get Paladin of the Flame Dawn, which is not all that great for us. We're going to get rid of one of his guys, though. Bring another one down to 1 health. And this turn we can... We don't quite have one of the cards I would want to go with this. So we are going to play up our... Actually, no, for 4, let's play up Candid, who is going to give us draw 2. Usually speaking, when I play against red decks, I just need to survive long enough to get cards that make a huge difference for me. So that really accomplished nothing for him playing that card. Okay, so we draw an extra couple cards. We get this 3-2 back. He's exhausted this turn, though. We can play this down here. We are going to use our Firebolt on the Secluded Constructor there. And then why not cast a... We use a Worldfire, or do we play something else? I say we need to play something else. Do we have a different character in our graveyard yet? No. So on the bright side, we've gotten ourselves rid of his Secluded Constructor, which is going to help. He is going to do some damage to us this turn. Haha! We did get rid of that Paladin, though. Okay, so now this turn we can start thinking some interesting stuff. So he's got currently this 4-4 who has no effects. And this normally 3-2 who has no effects. So we want to play the 5-5 first, and then we will play this one over to here as well. We are going to use Alita here on our Candid, which will bring her back as a 2-2 zombie. We are going to... Nothing to use Eaten by Zombies on yet, so let's play out a Death Worshipper and an Endless Horde. He did play another Secluded Constructor, which is bad for me. But... Oh, you jerk. Next turn we're going to have some good stuff happening. So... Eaten by Zombies. Kill target character in a combat zone in 3 turns if that character is still in the graveyard. It raises from the graveyard under your control. We could play that for 6. We've got more than enough health to worry and to take care of it. But the question is, do I want to do that or do I want to do Worldfire? Because Worldfire will wipe out his Secluded Constructor again. Or we could do... How do we want to do this? We got 7 energy. We can block a pretty substantial amount of attacks. So, I'm thinking that what we need to do... Sorry about that noise, that was really loud. Give me 1 second to adjust my volume here. I do realize that there's a timer up in the corner that I have to worry about, but I do want to... let's go ahead and lower that volume down at least, so if that happens again, it's not quite so damaging. We want to play a Worldfire. We want to... He's going to use that bad bot this turn though, and I've got initiative, so you know what? I am going to have to use Worldfire. I don't want to do it, it's not my preferred option, but it needs to be done if I want to have a chance to destroy his card before it gets too strong for me. Actually, you know what? No, I don't want to do that. I don't. I want to... Because he's almost guaranteed going to buff his 5-4 here. So we want to use Eaten by Zombies on that. And then we're just going to play out our defense here, which should give us a little bit of extra attack strength on our Death Worshipper. Okay, he has gone exactly how I expected so far. He didn't use Secluded Constructor though. That's a good thing. Oh, he did, except she was already dead. And we are going to go ahead and murder his troops on the field so far. So now, with 8 resources, what do I want to do? We got a 5-5 and a 4-4 on the board. He's got 2 4-4s. We are going to use Alita. Well, this might end up being worthless. We might as well. We are going to cast Worldfire. And that's going to be it for our turn. And let's see. He does manage to buff that up to 13-13. That's really bad. Well, we do have an Assassinate that we can use next turn, and his Constructor... Oh, never mind. He just killed us. So, that also didn't go all that well for us. Empty has a deck that really does counter mine pretty well. So, that went kind of more poorly than I expected it to. Let's see. I wonder if he wants to play a rematch. Let's invite. So now that I know how his new deck works, I might just be able to put something together that will be able to defeat him. It's going to depend a lot on the starting hand, which isn't the greatest. In fact, it's almost entirely spells, which I don't like all that much. He's of course going to play him here, get a quick 3 damage on me. That is his almost guaranteed early strategy given his commanders. So we're going to wait for him to play that. It's going to do 3 damage to me. Not much we can do. A lot of Worldfire, a lot of Death Ray, Assassinate, and Winds of War, not Worldfire. So he plays the first 2 turns almost indefinitely the same. We want to wipe out at least one of his characters. Might as well do a Heat Wave, since I don't have anything else I can play this turn anyway. Our only thing dead is our guy who comes back. Ooh, that's the reward card for this week's for one of this week's quests, which does what? The first character you play next turn will gain charge. So that kind of sucks for us. But let's use another Heat Wave. Not the best scenario, since we are going to be taking damage again this turn, almost guaranteed. He's going to play another character that's going to have charge, and it's going to get out there real quick. But we are going to be able to take out his Herald and his Footman, so at least we take out a couple. What's he going to play here? He plays this Field Commander, which is a pain, but not the worst thing it could be. Ooh! Patient Zero. That is arguably the best card I have in this deck. Once I get enough energy to play it, it could be big for me if he doesn't just return it to my hand. Let's see, how do we want to play this? You know what, we pretty much have to go with Death Ray on this dude. Get him out of play as soon as possible. We get our Risen of Avarok back. So now he's got Martyr Golem up there, which he's probably going to play to the combat zone this turn. Do I have any characters dead? No. We want to cancel targeting. We are going to use our Eaten by Zombies on Martyr Golem, which is going to be a great combo if it works. I'm assuming he's going to play him into one of his positions on the board. And that'll do it for this turn. Perfect. That went exactly how I hoped it would. So now in 3 turns we can get Martyr Golem, which is a huge, huge character. This turn we got 7 resources. We're going to want to play a couple of things. We are going to want to... Does Alita have anything she can bring back to life? No. I keep forgetting if I play any characters or not. What we want to do here, I think, is to play our Death Worshipper and to play a Veror Brute. Next turn is going to be the play of the big card. Oh! Oh, no, 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 Empty. No, no, you do not get away with this for long. You get 1 turn with that card. 1 turn, and that's it. This is taking some thought. Play him up here, him up here. I'm going to play this risky. This could turn out absolutely huge for us. Okay, that turned out badly. That doesn't really affect me all that much. But Agent Coil here is going to do a lot of damage. But this turn I get Martyr Golem, which is going to be able to be played down for me. I can play... Activate. We're going to take back this 1/1 Death Worshipper. We're going to kill his Fire Starter, and we are going to sacrifice Patient Zero after that, unfortunately. Because I don't have much else of a choice in order to preserve this chance of a game. But if this works, this could be a huge swing in the game for us. Your move, Empty Apartment. Your move. He might have picked up on my plan. He might be trying to find a way to counter it. But, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Oh, but he's still going to do 6 damage. That's not good. But, we now have Agent Coil Firestarter on our team. We can play Wealthy Noble for 1. We can play... Patient Zero came back to my hand? Whenever Patient Zero kills another character that can... Why is he back in my hand, though? I really like that. I did not know that was going to happen. We have no characters in our graveyard now. That's awesome. We want to assassinate this 610. And then we're going to play up this dude. And just for the sake of argument, we're going to play him down here. So now things are kind of swaying in our direction. Oh no, you've exhausted my Risen of Alvarok. Whoa. That apparently sent it back to his graveyard, which was different result than I expected. But he is not in the best of shape right now, let's be honest here. Still no characters in here. We've still got 10 resources, that's good. We are going to... For 4 resources, we're going to activate our ability on this dude. We're going to move him over here. We are going to... Let's see, we got 6 resources left to work with. Let's say we're going to play out a... Varor Brute. And that'll have to do it for this turn. So he didn't move him into the attack zone yet. Exhaust my 5/5, of course. Touche, Empty, touche. You know what, let's try something interesting. Because Martyr Golem's special effect here is that while he's on the battlefield, all damage that would be dealt to a character you control is redirected to Martyr Golem instead. So we're going to get a bit crazy here. And we are going to activate still nothing in our graveyard. And then we're going to activate a World Fire. And that should just kill off the Martyr Golem and leave everything else intact for me. And he did buff that guy, which is bad. I did not see that coming, actually. So unfortunately we did lose, although, well, it wasn't really a better showing necessarily, but he got a little bit of a lucky break there with that draw. So, that'll do it for that little match there. So anyway, I think this will do it for this episode of Infinity Wars. I think I didn't do the best job of showing off how great this deck can do, in part because I was playing against Empty, who really does have my number with his deck layout. But yeah, in general, this deck has been relatively successful for me, so I'm not too upset with how it's been going. I do need some more cards for it, and the entirety of the zombie faction is going to be... But yeah, the entirety of the zombie faction is supposed to be released on 17th of August. That's going to be a big boon to that deck. As well as I need to do some more trading and everything to try to get some more cards that are really important for it. So for now, I will be letting this go. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed my matches again.